welcome back. My name is Siberia from Chasing Siberia, and I hope you're all feeling crafty today. So today's video is going to explore 3 different ways to make edible glitter, and I did find out that there was one more way to make edible glitter, but it took like 7+ hours, and I was like, oh no. Later I might remake this video and do all the ways to make edible glitter, but I definitely need to get some tools for said video, so it is going to be a video that will be in the very far future. So before we get deeper into the video, the 3 ways we're going to be making edible glitter is gum tex, gum arabic, and sugar. So we are going to go by each one and I will list off the supplies that you need. So without further ado, this is how you make 3 different ways to make edible glitter.
The first method is going to be the sugar method. For this recipe, you will need sugar and food coloring. You can also use gel and tinfoil, but those 2 parts are optional. First, pour in half a cup of white sugar. Next, add your food color. Depending on what kind of color you want will determine how many drops you use. Now start stirring and mixing the food color and sugar together until there is no white sugar left. Lay out the baking mat or grab your tinfoil and spread the sugar out evenly across the surface. Bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 8 to 10 minutes. Once that is finished cooking, allow it to cool and break up the chunks. You can use a rolling pin to crush the sugar and cause the glitter to be more finer. Just a quick note, brown sugar will not work as it will not glisten, and powdered sugar won't work because it does not absorb the coloring well. Method number 2 is gum arabic. For this method, you will need gum arabic, luster dust, pearl sheen, a silicone mat, and a brush. For this video, I'm going to be doubling the recipe. 2 tablespoons of warm water into a bowl. Add the luster dust and pearl sheen next and mix. Once mixed thoroughly, add 2 tablespoons of gum arabic and mix until there is no more chunks. Once it is all the way mixed, grab your paintbrush and start spreading the mixture onto the mat. It'll look like what is on screen. Bake at 285 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes or until the mixture is dry. If you take it out and some of the mixture is dry and some of it isn't, you can take the dry mixture off and then stick the rest back in the oven. This recipe is easy to break up. You can use your fingers or you can use a rolling pin. The last method is gum tex. For this method, you will need gum tex, pearl sheen, and luster dust. Take 1 cup warm water and add in 1.5 tablespoons of gum tex. Mix thoroughly, and just to let you know, there will be some chunks. Next, add your luster dust, pearl sheen, and for good measure, I even added some food coloring. You may want to use a whisk for the last bit of this. Now place the mixture onto the mat and spread evenly. Bake at 300 degrees Fahrenheit until completely dry. This is what the mixture will look like after taking it out of the oven. Now, this particular method was hard to break up. I tried a mini blender, that didn't work. I tried a rolling pin, that didn't work so well. So I tried to use my finger and that didn't work well either. So I ended up using my fingers with a mixture of the rolling pin for the rest of this video. There are other methods to break this up, such as a spice blender or running it through a sieve. However, I didn't have either. So now let's review each method. The first method, sugar and food coloring, is definitely easy and simple to make. It's also extremely cheap and does shimmer somewhat, making this method both perfect for somebody on a budget or someone with little to no experience. The bonus is this edible glitter does give a little extra sweet taste to any dessert it is put on. The second method, gum arabic, isn't super difficult either, but it is a little harder to get a hold of the supplies needed, unless you have a baking store near you. I did search Walmart and a few craft stores, but to no avail, so I ordered my stuff on Amazon. As far as expense goes, all of the things used weren't that much, but when added together would result in around $27-ish, including shipping and handling, making this the second cheapest way to make edible glitter. This method did shimmer a bit more than the sugar glitter, and if you're able to, I would recommend this method over the others. And finally, the last method, gum tex. This method is indeed more difficult with a variety of recipes online that state different ways to make this. Not to mention, the moment the powder does touch the water, things get kind of crazy, and you really need to work to whisk this. Without the proper tools to grind this down, you only get thick chunks, which in the end didn't really look too bad, but wasn't the glitter we were looking for. The cost of this is pretty expensive, around $30 with shipping and handling. Not to mention, if you don't have the tools needed to grind it down, you'll add to the cost of that. One of the pros of this method is you can find gum tex at your local Walmart or baking store. Even though it isn't ground all the way, it does look pretty as is, so I can only imagine how dazzling it would have been had we been able to make it into a more finer glitter.
So those are the different ways to make edible glitter. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like what you see, definitely give this video a like, as it really helps me out. And why not share this video with your friends? If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button. I also did start a Patreon if you guys would like to help support the channel by donating $1 or more a month. You would receive earlier access to my videos by one day, as well as a variety of other things. If you recreate this DIY, definitely use the hashtag Chasing Creations, and I will drop a like and also a comment if I come across it. Once I reach that 1,000 subscriber mark, I will make a thank you video with your creations in it. You can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Links for those will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope to see you all in the next one, and stay crafty, my friends.